What's up, I'm Tyler Casey. Today I'm going to be breaking down a music video I shot, talking about the shots, the lighting, and kind of the production side of how I made this music video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a music video director. I talk about everything music video, from lighting to shooting to gear that I use. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Also, feel free to check me out on Instagram. You guys can get in contact with me there. My Instagram's Tyler Casey Prod. So let's get into this music video breakdown.
Invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.
So this is a country music video that I shot with Allie Sealey. The song's called Be Who You Wanna Be. It was my first country music video and I had a lot of fun shooting it. So let's go through some of these shots I got. So yeah, in the beginning of this video, the song talks about time a lot. So I got some cool time-lapse shots of the sunset or the sun rising to kind of show the passing of time. I shot these both on my GH4 and my GH5 so I could get the sunrise in different areas while I was filming drone footage as well. So I came back a separate day and got the sunrise. So let's get into the first scene. So this is a cool scene. We hiked up to this tree up here. So the sun is pretty low in the sky still. We're getting long shadows. You can see the shadow stretching across. And basically what I did here is I stayed low and I got a lot of these little weeds in the front of the shot and they're kind of out of focus. I had an ND filter on. So I set my focus to here and I tried to get this blurry as I could and this out of focus as I could. It's not as much as I'd like, but it looks pretty good. So you can see some shots like right here. That's out of focus and we're just kind of rotating from left to right with the Ronin. I wanted nice smooth movements right here. This is a handheld shot. You can see I'm punched in with the Sigma 18-35. I have an ND filter on. So you can see this is out of focus. She's in focus. This is in focus. So she's nice and sharp, but the background's nice and blurry. I think this looks really good. Here's another example of that Ronin shot. We have a bunch of weeds in front, a bunch of grass. So it looks really good. You can really exaggerate the movement. So definitely if you want to show movement in your scene, you got to put stuff in the foreground. You really got to play with the foreground objects, whether it's a trash can or whatever it is. It really helps show movement. I'm punched in here, so it's a little bit longer of a lens. If I wanted to show movement, I definitely have to put stuff in the foreground. To show movement as well, you definitely want to stay wide. So if I was wide and I was moving through this, it'd really exaggerate the movement. But I wanted it to be very nice, slow, cinematic movement while she's performing up against this tree. So this is one of my favorite scenes as well. Off to the side, we had the big 120D filling in her face right here. It's off to there. And then I'm pretty sure it was overcast at this point, so the lighting was already really soft. We had the 120D with the dome light. And then what she did right here is I sped up the song. So the song was sped up 150%. And I saved that onto my phone. Then I filmed on the GH5 at 4K, 36 frames per second. So she performed the song really fast. Then when I put it into Premiere, I synced it up to the regular version of the song. Her mouth is synced up with the song, but her body moves in slow motion. I wanted to give it a little bit slower of an effect on the song, add another layer to the performance. So you can see when she performs, it's nice and fluid. So we moved the dome light in a lot closer on this medium shot. And you can see that it added a nice catch light in her eye, which always makes your talent look a lot better when they have the catch light in their eye, because it adds more life. Both these shots were on the Sigma 18-35 and I had the ND filter on, so I was at a low f-stop. And I was punched in here all the way to 35, so you could see the background's a little bit more compressed. So that was one of my favorite performances in it. You can see how the camera moves nice and slow. It was all handheld right there. This is another good shot we got. Roberto helping out. He was bouncing light off to the left with a white bounce. So the sun was coming in from this direction. You can see the nice warm light coming in. Then you can see the white bounce on this side of her face. It's a very nice even lit shot. I was filming on the Sigma as well. I had the ND filter on. So you can see I have this nice out of focus, nice and creamy. It almost looks like it's on a green screen. But definitely I like the way this shot came out. The bounce definitely helped fill in the shadows. Whenever you can, you want to use as much soft light as you can, especially when doing stuff like where you want lots of beauty shots. So that's what I was going for. Right here I used the 85mm. These were cameo shots of different people. And I put the ND filter on it to really blur out that background and really focus on these people smiling. I filmed this in 4K 60 so I could slow it down and it'd still be really sharp. I just used center framing, so when I cut to different people, they would kind of match, and it would kind of look like, it would kind of flash through all these people and kind of have them unified in some way. You can see, even though the background kind of changes, it all kind of fits because they're all framed in the center and the background's nice and blurred out. I also use lens flares on this. I just got these from YouTube, and the way to use lens flares is I just put them on top and then I played with the blending layer. Real simple, and it's a good way to do some transitions. So you can see that transition right there. Boom, nice and simple. The last thing I want to talk about is this shot right here. I was on the Ronin. I was punched in all the way to 35 millimeters on the Lumix. And then I had her perform the song again, sped up 150%, filmed in 36 frames per second. And it looked really cool with the movement with her walking forward and whatnot. So yeah, you guys can definitely check that out. See, you can see without the bounce compared to the other side. She has a little bit more shadows on the face, but I really couldn't bounce light here. And I still think it looks really good. So yeah, that's pretty much everything about this music video. If you guys have any more suggestions on music videos that I should break down, feel free to comment those below. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see the next time I drop a video. I'm Tyler Casey, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.